Good evening watchers and welcome to my video man. Today I'm going to watch the new Star Wars movie. And May the 4th with you, of course, Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I'm looking forward to watching it. And this is my review, of course, after when I've watched it. So remember to, remember to subscribe to this channel. And after this, you're going to see my review. So let's see how it goes, huh? See you later, people. Right, good day watchers and welcome to the review tonight. And today I finished actually watching a few hours ago, watching The Rise of Skywalker at the cinema. Of course, they gave me this. Nice people at the cinema all gave me this. It's a great looking poster. It's the pretty cool, huh? Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. It kind of reminds me of the Darth Vader helmet, that does. Kind of reminds. So anyway, Daisy Ridley on the cover now, and yeah, this film was okay. I'm gonna get to what I thought of it, and let's get. Might have actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I have spoilers doing this. So I'm gonna have the first part is not gonna be spoilers, and the second part is it's not gonna be like explain the whole story because the film is long. I watched it tonight, and you know what? I really enjoyed it. If anyone if someone in the comments go, oh, you're not a Star Wars fan, you can enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I love the original trilogy the best. It's still my favourite movies, but these films are so enjoyable. And this film was no exception. I was just sitting there going, wow, I was just, especially at the beginning of the film, where you see the and then you see the the writing that goes up and so at the beginning of the film, oh my god, I was sitting there going, wow, this one was quite creepy. I'm not joking, I was sitting there going, oh, because when you see Kylo Ren turn up, this part won't be a spoiler, but it meets a certain character, and I was sitting there going, oh my god, oh boy. So anyway, okay, so I don't know what to say without giving out spoilers, but I will give a bit of, you do have like Finn and Poe making a return, even Tika Rose makes an appearance in this again. C3PO, R2D2, but R2D2 is not in it for that long. Was it BB-8? BB-8 has more screen time than R2D2, which is strange. Chewbacca, Lando Calrissian. I mean, I'm just then there's like a nice little surprise. I was just sitting there going, whoa, I was sitting there going, yeah, see, my god. And I like the way they did Princess Leia's scenes. I really did like. I was impressed with that. I thought they really did a really good job with her scenes. And there's a sad part in the movie. I was sitting there going, oh heck. In the movie, and I thought they did a really good job with that scene. With a certain character in that movie. Like I said, this part would be like non-spoilers, and I'll put in black and white the spoilers. So yeah. I'm trying to say what to say. Oh man, the effects in this film are so good. I'm sitting there going, wow, the effects are so good. The action scenes generally, the action scenes, the special effects, the space battles and stuff. Oh my god, I was sitting there going, and the film has really good surprises in it. It's a long film, like I said, but I don't mind. It's like it goes out on top, I'd say. Anyway, so like I said, I went there, got like a poster for me, went in. I was just thinking, I want to sit and watch this film. When sometimes when you sit down, there's always adverts. No, actually, there's always adverts. Because the last film I watched at the cinema was Halloween. Loved it. Really enjoyed that movie. I wanted to get on 4K, but I'll wait till I will get the film eventually. But yeah, sat there and watched it. Oh my god, I was having a blast from the beginning to the end. Oh, the last part was so exciting. Honestly, I was just like, whoa, what an ending. Oh boy, I was not disappointed at all. This film was actually better than The Last Jedi. Lot better. Actually, the film's a lot darker too. Honest to God, I was just sitting there going, wow, especially when you see that planet with a certain character on it, and it's thunder and stuff, and it's so creepy and eerie. It's unbelievable. And that music too. It's just like, of course, you do see the Death Star in this, and that scene where it's not really a spoiler because people know it's the Death Star's in it anyway. But there's a part where she goes to the Death Star, right? This is the part where it's the Death Star's on the moon next. You know, Alderaan. You got that Alderaan. There's like a small moon. Is it a small moon? The Death Star. Is it the big? I think it's the. I don't know. One of the planets. Anyway, it lands on. They land on the planet, right? Of course, they got to get something from the Death Star. And that scene was so well done with the water and stuff like that. I just loved it. The effects are so good in this film, and the lightsaber fight between Kylo Ren and Rey, really enjoyable. Really enjoyed that scene. And like I said, there's a few twists and turns in this film. I was just saying, wow, what a movie. Really enjoyed it. Actually, loved the music too. Oh my god, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, I've liked all three films. I've not, I've done shit on them. I do see the problems in certain on the films, but this film does have the odd moments in the movie. I think, okay, but it's not as bad as The Last Jedi. I don't think, my opinion anyway. But it does have moments like, what the hell. But yeah, okay, right. So I've been talking for 7 minutes. So yeah. So what we'll do is in this next part, it's gonna be smaller. So it's talking now black and white. So if you're watching now, the 8 people, 9 people, 10 people of this are watching this video, look away right now because I'm gonna spoil it. Oh yeah. Okay, right. So at the beginning of the film, right, I did right. Okay, black and white. So they've watched it. There's spoilers in this. So anyway, so at this part of the film, right, Kylo Ren turns up, right, and when he lands on this planet, it's like it's freaking. It's like he lands on this planet, right, and it's creepy as hell, era, and he's like, I don't know what it is, like a big giant finger. It's this huge thing that they're going in. It's like a big, I don't know what it is, like this big freaking building or something. And then Kylo Ren turns up, right, and he goes down this elevator. It's like an elevator. You see it in the trailer, right? You see these like cool looking statues, and all he hears is this creepy voice, a familiar voice of Palpatine. So if you've never seen the, it's eerie as hell because when you see him, right, you see these characters. You see like it's like a tube, this I don't know, glass thing, right? And you see freaking Snoke. It's like he's been cloned, and Palpatine says that I created him and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, that's interesting. So Snoke is not nothing important, but he is and he isn't because he's not got a backstory. That's why. And there's an interesting, interesting thing about Rey's character. I thought, that's why she's so good. They do explain a lot of this film. I was like, I kind of get it now. The film isn't perfect. I mean, it has moments of like, okay, but it has moments of, yeah, I like that, fantastic. I think it's definitely the best out of all the films, out of the sequels, the new ones. But yeah, when you see Palpatine, Matt, Jesus Christ, I'm not joking, mate. It's creepy as heck. He's like attached to this thing, right? And his face his like eyes are white, kind of whitish, and I know it looks a bit different. It doesn't look quite as, I can't explain it. It just looked different to what it looked. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. And he's just creepy as hell. Really evil. Like a character you couldn't redeem that character. You couldn't. He's just evil. Full stop. Certain characters say, you're better than this. You can, turn away from the dark side, like Darth Vader. But this guy is evil. Evil to the core, Palpatine is, and it's so good to watch. He has a bit of screen time too at the same time, and of course, and when you see actually raise his fleet of like new, what's it called? The Final Order, is it? The Final Order he calls them. You see the ships arise. I don't know what it is. You see this at the ground or something. They come out the ground or some shit. I don't know. It's weird. And then you see 500, like thousands of ships in the sky. It's incredible. I sit there going, whoa, that's like. And then the Palpatine has such a strong stronghold on the fleet. He's really powerful in this. He's like back for revenge, and he's more powerful than ever, and he is. It's incredible. Actually, you do see Daisy Ridley's character Rey actually training this mover, lifting rocks and stuff like that. And that's so cool. I did like the way they did that with actually, And of course, she's training with actually Princess Leia. And I was sitting there going, wow. And oh man, I think they did a great job of Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia, because the effects look so good. You think she's actually there. They did a good job. Full stop. I mean, she would have been. I think she would have been happy with the final product of her character. It does have a sad scene in it though. I was like, oh, that's how they're gonna, get rid of her, kill her character off. But yeah, so yeah. But I really enjoyed this movie. I had a blast watching it. I was sitting there, yeah, it was fun. It wasn't like like Last Jedi was human all the way through. And of course, there's actually, I'm not gonna explain the whole story. Like I say, he's creating a new fleet of, the Empire's created his new fleet. Of course, of course. It's just an interesting. It's a good story. It has a story to it too. At the same time, Last Jedi didn't really have a story. But like I said, I did enjoy it. I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it, because that'd be me lying about it. I enjoyed it. But this film, I enjoyed just as much. So you have people on YouTube bashing it, say it's going to flop. It's a terrible film. It's not. I enjoyed it. I genuinely had a blast watching it. People are going to bash this film full stop. Doesn't matter how good it is. Still going to bash it. So yeah. It's not perfect, like I said, but I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a great job of Carrie Fisher's Princess Leia. I think they did a splendid job. And I like the part where you see Princess Leia, young Princess Leia, training with Luke Skywalker. And the effects are really real well done. And I like the way they did that. We see him training and stuff, which is interesting. So she had the Force. And of course, her character does die in this film by trying to, because there's a part where they're on the Death Star thing, Daisy with Rey and having a lightsaber. Of course, she's trying to communicate. Princess Leia is trying to communicate with her son by using the Force. Of course, that kills her. Like, I don't know how that's possible. How it kills her, but I suppose, I like the way they did that. Because so it happens right where she uses the Force to communicate with her son, and Kylo Ren, Rey gets angry. She gets really angry actually in this. She almost turns to the dark side. She shows a slight bit of darkness in this film, and of course, so she stabs him with a lightsaber, and then there's something interesting happens where she uses the Force, because in another part of the film she uses the Force to actually. She uses there's this like monster underground, right? Because they end up underground. It's like, and this is like snake thing, and it looks quite scary. But then she kind of uses the Force to actually tend its healing, and to heal its wounds, and then it just slides off. So it's like, so yeah, I like that scene. I thought that was really well done. I thought that thing is freaky, but then she tends it, she heals it, and she does the same with Kylo Ren. Of course. Princess Leia dies, and of course, it's really good, and then it's a sad scene, and I like the fact that Lando Calrissian turns up in this, and he's just as good as that. He's just fantastic. Billy D. Williams, actually, this crap about bloody what it says about gender neutral. I knew that was a load of rubbish. I was sitting there going, that's a load of rubbish for a start. No way would he say that, but because it's crazy, and they twisted what he said. I knew that was a load of rubbish for a start. I love that guy's acting. Good guy too at the same time, and his character is so good. I love Lando Calrissian. He's up there with Han Solo. He's just a great character, brilliant. And I have so much to say in this film. Honest to God, twists and turns, and oh my God, I enjoyed that. I'm definitely gonna get this on 4K. Hell yes. Oh, so much happened. I like the part where Daisy Ridley turns up in the, when she turns up in the Death Star. I like the part where she ends up at the throne room, where Darth Vader and the Empire and Luke Skywalker are there in Return of the Jedi. I love that scene. That scene was great. And there's one scene where she has this kind of like vision of herself as a Sith, like evil, and that scene was good. I like that one. That scene was good. I was like, whoa, there is things I have a problem with this film, and I'll say there's only small little problems in this film. Like, for instance, Luke Skywalker isn't in the film for that long, isn't he? He's like in it. There's one part of the film where she ends up back at that place with the where she met Luke Skywalker, right, of course, and then she throws a lightsaber. And of course, Luke Skywalker catches it, and it reminds of the scene with Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi in Return of the Jedi, where he's talking about his sister, and she's out there, and of course, it turns out in this film she's related to Palpatine, and Luke Skywalker knew about that, something. And that scene reminds me of like the Return and it's really well done actually, really well done. I don't know how he could catch a lightsaber while he's a ghost, so that's what kind of baffled me about it, but I suppose, powerful. I really enjoyed this film, but the only issue I had with this film is Luke Skywalker. He's not in it for that long. It's crazy. That's the only issue I had with this film, because I thought he would have been there all the way, But yeah, I still enjoyed it though. I had a blast. I thought, wow. Start to see Billy D. Williams back as Lando Calrissian. It's just a great character. I don't know what to say about it. There's so much going off in this film, and Tika Rose is in it for not for long, which is good. I've got no issues with the actual. It's just her character was bad in the last film, but she's more kind of like bearable in this one actually compared to that film. I was just Jesus Christ. And there's an interesting twist of Hux in it. Hux is interesting. He has a bit of a twist in it. Who really is, and it's like interesting because it turns out there's like a what do you call it? A spy or something. It's interesting. What else I was gonna say? Space battles are brilliant at the same time. I like the scene where at the end where they have a massive space battle. And, the last bit was excellent. When Rey turns up at the to face Palpatine, right, of course. And like I said, it's like two must be over 2.5 hours just over. I can't remember how long it was. I know it was a long film, in a good way, of course. The last part was excellent, where I just went, where you see Palpatine, Rey of it. When she turns up at the place where Palpatine is at, right, there's like a space battle going on, like a bit like Return of the Jedi scene, of course. Hang on, there's another part in this film. I mentioned this part with Han Solo turns up as a kind of like a vision. To he's talking to Kylo Ren and says that and I was like, there's a scene where he actually, I suppose he shows regret killing him. I always thought, because he does have redeemable features about it, because people moan about, he killed Han Solo. He should be redeemed. What about bloody Darth Vader? He killed, how many people did he kill? Blowing up planets and stuff like that. And he must have killed a lot of people. But yeah, so yeah, it's an I like that scene. I was a bit surprised when I saw it. I thought, oh my god, it's Han Solo's back. I just wish he was in this film more. I never wish they killed him off in the Force Awakens, but still, it's just the way it is, isn't it? So anyway, she turns up at the planet where Palpatine is. Of course, Palpatine is really powerful in this. And of course, finger turns. I like the fact that Rey takes Luke Skywalker's X-wing, and I think that was cool. He lifts it up out of the water, and he does what Yoda does. The film was good, and the last bit was great where you actually see the space battle when you see they're actually losing the fight, and then next minute, freaking Lando Calrissian, all these ships freaking come out of it's like all these ships, and the music starts. The Star Wars. Oh my! I'm just sitting there. I'm getting goosebumps now. All these ships he actually brings. I mean, it must be like thousands of ships. It's crazy. I was sitting there going, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this film, and it's just great to see him. Honestly, God, it's just like and of course, they don't kill him off, of course. So yeah, really enjoyed the last part. This part, I remember hearing about this stupid rumor about that the part in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, they're going to use they was going to use that line where Obi-Wan Kenobi says, "That boy is the last hope," and then Yoda says, "No, there is another." They don't use that in this film. They don't actually mention that at all. I mean, I might have missed it or something, but I don't remember hearing about that. They said they was going to use that as a stepping stone for Rey, but they don't. I didn't even hear it once in this. And the battle between Kylo Ren, Rey versus Palpatine is pretty awesome. I really did enjoy that scene. The film does have lightsaber fight and stuff like Kylo Ren versus. So yeah, the last part was excellent. I loved it. So I've been talking for 20 minutes. Okay, right, I'm going to cut this short because I've been talking for quite a bit now, but I loved this. There's so much to say about this film. What I didn't like about it. There's quite a few things that I didn't like. Okay, the part where Luke Skywalker isn't in for that long. He still gets a part, but it's like it's not very long. There's other parts. There's other part where it's, I don't know. It's like there's so I can't really. That was the only part I didn't like. Really, I enjoyed the rest of the film. I had a blast. So yeah, what I liked about it, the effects were good, really good, solid performances. Lando Calrissian, fantastic. Chewbacca, great action scene, good special effects, and great music too. Go out on top, I'll say. And the last part was great with the, where Ray turns up back at Luke Skywalker's home planet, of, where he lived on the farm and stuff like that. And I was sitting there going, wow, what a, with the, his home in the original New Hope. I was sitting there going, this is freaking great. It was almost like a full circle. It was excellent. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give this film is a 4 out of 5 because I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'll probably give it a higher rating if if I watch it again. Who knows? So, yeah. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5 for Rise of Skywalker because I enjoyed it. I had a blast watching it. Great action scenes. So yeah. And anyway, people, this is my review of Rise of Skywalker. Remember to subscribe to the channel and may the Force be with you and have a nice week and see you later. Bye. Have a nice weekend because it's weekend tomorrow. So see you later.